Welcome to the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast, a place for you to find the courage you need to take the first step and every step thereafter to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. I'm your host, health and life coach, Abby Hegney. Let's dive in. Welcome back, episode 27. Today, we are going to talk about discomfort. This is a little bit of a follow-up from last week's episode on all or nothing thinking, because one of the biggest things that shifts people from all to nothing is discomfort. When motivation turns to discomfort, all turns to nothing. As human beings, our natural desire is to seek pleasure, to feel good, to avoid discomfort. The problem is when it comes to creating the change you want in your life, the cost of avoiding discomfort is the results that you desire. I hear all of the time in my consultation calls with the women that I coach that over and over and over again, they choose the comfort of what they know over the habits, the confidence, the balance, the consistency, and the life that they want to be living. What they don't realize is that by avoiding the discomfort of change, they are actually choosing a longer term discomfort. Any change that you want to create in your life comes with a level of discomfort. And the only way to make the change you want a reality is to move through the discomfort that you feel. You've got to get very comfortable with the discomfort of change. So before we talk about moving through discomfort, I want to talk about the two types of discomfort that you feel. There is discomfort in change, and there is discomfort in your life. Discomfort in your life is when you want change, but you aren't taking the steps that you need to take to create it. Maybe you're telling yourself that you're not ready or that you don't know where to start. Maybe you're telling yourself that you don't have the time or the energy or that you'll get to it one day, but now is not the time. Discomfort in your life is deciding to wait even when you so badly want to change. It's choosing to stay in the comfort of what you know, even when what you know doesn't actually feel good. Discomfort in your life is listening to your inner mean girl. It's long-term discomfort. When you want change in your life, choosing to stay within your comfort zone, within the discomfort of your life, is the most uncomfortable place that you can be. And I want to give you some examples of what discomfort in your life may be. It may be feeling uncomfortable in your own skin day after day, but putting off any change in your habits that could make you feel better because you're too busy or you're too tired or you don't have the energy or it feels too hard. It may be feeling resentful that you never have any time for yourself, and yet constantly telling yourself that you don't have the time instead of looking for how you could take time for yourself. It may be comparing yourself to others and believing that who you are and what you do and what you have is not enough. It may be working all hours of the night because you feel like you have to, or you feel like you have to prove yourself. It may be feeling miserable in your job, but refusing to look for another job because you don't want to start over someplace else. It may be living your life on autopilot, settling for a lack of energy, for a life where you feel stressed and overwhelmed and exhausted, and believing that there is no way out is discomfort in your life. It's knowing that you could feel so much better, but believing that something outside of you is standing in your way. Discomfort in your life gets distorted. It feels normal. It feels easy. You believe that it is what it is, that you can handle it, and you allow it to go on. Whereas discomfort in change is the discomfort that you feel when you step outside of your comfort zone. It's when you choose to do something different, something new, something that you know will move you closer to where you want to be. Discomfort in change is forward movement. It's progress. It's courage and confidence. It's the belief in your goals, in what's possible and what you are capable of. It's seeing what your life could be like. It's seeing the habits that you could create, the confidence that you could feel, the balance that you could have, the consistency that you could build. It's seeing the woman that you envision yourself being and the life that you see yourself living and deciding that that is all worth it. Discomfort in change is temporary. It feels hard at first, but only because it's new, only because it's different. And when you allow yourself to move through that discomfort and to keep going, that discomfort turns to pride. It turns to motivation. So, some examples of discomfort in change may be getting yourself out of bed when your alarm goes off, even when it's cold and dark and your bed feels so warm. It's getting yourself to the gym, even when you don't feel like it. It's shutting down from work to spend time with your family when you said that you would shut down, even when your to-do list is long. It's saying no. If you are a people pleaser, you know that saying no can be highly uncomfortable. It can also be incredibly powerful, but you have to give yourself permission to feel the discomfort and to say it. So now that we are clear on the two types of discomfort that you can feel, let's talk about moving through the discomfort. There are only ever two things that keep you from creating the change that you want in your life. There are negative feelings that you want to avoid, in this case, discomfort, and there are negative thoughts that you are believing. In order to move through the discomfort, you have to be willing to feel the discomfort. To do this, you have to be willing to take yourself to the other side of discomfort, to see what is waiting for you when you move through it. And I say this because there is some discomfort in our lives that is better to avoid, such as physical pain, where if you try to push through it, it does more harm than good. And on the other side of that discomfort is more discomfort, is greater pain, is something that doesn't help you in any means. It's discomfort that you want to avoid so that it doesn't get worse. For the sake of this podcast, though, I'm talking specifically about the discomfort you feel in your life and the discomfort you feel in the change that you want to create. When you think about this discomfort, what you feel on the other side, if you allow yourself to move through it, feels so much better. When you think about no longer settling for the discomfort in your life and being willing to move through the discomfort of change, on the other side, you may feel relief, motivation, pride, confidence, balance, inspiration, calm, energized, in control, whole. You may feel like yourself again. I've had so many clients recently tell me, I finally feel like myself again. Somewhere along the lines of this crazy, beautiful, busy, wonderful life that we are living, we lose some of the best parts of us. We fall victim to the comfort or the discomfort of our lives. And sometimes we just have to remember who we are and be willing to find ourselves again. Take a minute and think about what's on the other side of discomfort for you. When you think about what your life would be like if the emotions that came up for you were the foundation of your life, what would that be? When you can feel what you are missing out on when you choose the discomfort of your life over the discomfort of change, it should compel you to turn it around. It should compel you to move through the discomfort of change. I take my clients through a process during their initial consultation call that helps them to feel this for themselves. Most people know it. They can see what's on the other side. They can envision their life on the other side. But knowing it isn't enough. You have to be able to actually feel it, to move through the discomfort into the life that you could be living. You've got to feel the possibility of the life on the other side. When my clients do this on that consultation call, it changes them. They see how it all comes together. They feel the ripple of the decisions that they have been making and the ripple of the decisions that they could be making. They feel a deep internal motivation and a belief in themselves that they have never felt before. When you do this, it makes moving through the discomfort feel so much easier. Then the other part of the equation is your inner mean girl, the negative thoughts that you are thinking, the stories that you tell yourself, that you have told yourself time and time again that they feel like the truth. And yet they are just stories of your inner mean girl. When you believe your inner mean girl, when she tells you stories like it's too hard, you can't do it, you're not making any progress, nothing is working, you don't have the time, you're too busy, you are always going to shut yourself off from the change before you ever give yourself the chance to change. When you believe these stories, the discomfort of change won't be worth it to you because you don't actually believe that you can do it. What you believe, what your mind creates, is what you will always find. If you believe that it's too hard, you will find every reason you can't do it because it's too hard. If you believe that nothing is working, that you're not making any progress, you will miss out on how far you have come, how much you have to celebrate. If you believe that you are too busy and you don't have the time, you will never start. You have to quiet your inner mean girl and find thoughts that fuel you. And I'm not talking about positive poly thoughts that feel like a hope and a prayer. I am talking about thoughts you can easily get on board with. Hidden truths that you can't see when your inner mean girl is loud. Thoughts like, it feels hard right now because I'm challenging my comfort zone. It's not always going to feel this hard. Or the more I show up for the hard, the more I create ease. Or I haven't done it yet, but I'm ready. Maybe it's thoughts like I'm willing to figure this out. Or not everything is going to work, but I can learn from what doesn't and celebrate what does. That is a big one. My clients and I focus on that week after week. Not everything is going to work, and that's okay. But when you believe your inner mean girl that nothing is working, you miss out on what is working. It may be thoughts like, the time I have is enough, or this is worth my time. Your inner mean girl thrives on comfort. As soon as you step out of your comfort zone, she is going to try to pull you back in. This is the moment for you to double down on what you want. The moment for you to choose the discomfort of change over the comfort of what you know. Because every day that goes by that you choose to stay within your comfort zone is another day you spend reinforcing your current habits. It's another day you spend talking yourself out of creating the change that you want. It's another day that you spend listening to your inner mean girl, deepening your belief in the stories that she tells you. It's another day feeling uncomfortable in your own skin instead of taking steps to feel more confident. It's another day spent comparing yourself to others instead of feeling proud of the steps that you have taken. It's another day of eating, shopping, scrolling away your emotions instead of taking charge of them. Be willing to move yourself through the discomfort, knowing what is waiting for you on the other side. I have never known a better opportunity to step out of your comfort zone than the moment that you see and you feel what is on the other side. I hope you take yourself to that place today. And I hope that you find the courage to step out of your comfort zone into the discomfort of change and into the habits, the confidence, and the life that you want and deserve. And if you want support in this journey, if you are ready to quiet your inner mean girl, take out all of the mind drama that spirals you out of control, and you want to reach your goals faster and easier than ever before, join me in Confident Mind and Body. Your 6-month transformation starts with a free consultation call where you will take yourself to this place and feel what is on the other side. Use the link in the show details to schedule your call, and I will see you on the other side. You are ready to quiet your inner mean girl. I invite you to join me inside Confident Mind and Body, my private coaching program, where you will learn to quiet your inner mean girl and create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. Just visit wellnesswithabbyh.com and schedule a free consultation.